Ever since the beginning of time in the automotive industry, there's been two big giants that have always been fighting each other left and right. And in my opinion, that would be Ford and that would be Chevy. Now, around the 2010s, mid-2010s, early 2010s, I kind of forget exactly when it happened, but Ford decided they were going to make a high-performance pickup truck in the form, an off-road version. They had the Lightning before that, some other off-road high-performance trucks. But they decided they were going to do a high-performance off-roader. And that's how the Ford F-150 Raptor was born. Now, Chevy, in all its competitive glory, decided we're not going to compete with that. And to this day, they've never truly competed with it, in my opinion. But regardless, today we have the closest thing I think they ever did, which was the Chevy Silverado 1500 Bison. I don't want this to seem like I'm hating on this truck at all. I'm going to go through everything about it, all the little quirks and features on it, Doug DeMuro style, but I don't want this to seem like I hate this truck, because I don't. But I do not think that it is a Raptor competitor. I think it's the closest thing Chevy's ever done, but I don't think it's even in the same realm as the Raptor. And it pains me to say, because this has a 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. Which, if you've spent any time around the Raptor, you know they switched over to a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6. And it's a great engine. It makes tons of power, it's good at towing, but it ain't a V8. And in my opinion, I would much prefer a V8 over the 3.5-liter V6. In my humble opinion, it is quite possibly one of the worst-sounding V6s ever made. And I don't say that lightly. There's some bad V6s out there. The VQs are one that comes to mind, but in my opinion, I think the Raptor sounds worse. This, however, let's get into it real quick. As you can see, this is the ZR2 Bison edition. So, Chevy originally was doing the ZR2 Colorado, and then they decided, let's do the big boy. Let's turn the Silverado into a ZR2, a nice high-performance off-roader, and that's exactly what we have here. Now, immediately, front bumper, if you've been around any Silverados, we got one up there, that's a Z51 over there. You can see it's definitely a different front end design. This is a lot more aggressive. You can see it's almost like a Camaro-style grille. And a signature, just like with the Camaro, you have the flow tie. So, on most Chevy trucks, this is going to be a full bow tie. But Chevy likes to call it the flow tie because it gets more air in there. And, hey, I guess it's a cool little quirk. Now, you get ZR2 badging in quite a few places on this truck. They like to let you know what the thing is. Nice red. I don't know the history of the ZR, because you got the ZR1 Corvette and then the ZR2 trucks. I don't really know, because this ain't even anywhere near a ZR1. So I don't know exactly what the significance is. I mean, someone can let you know in the comments what the history with the ZR brand is, but I don't personally know too much about it. Now, even though this isn't as serious as the Raptor, it is still a very capable off-roader. You get a nice sturdy front bumper up here. I think it sounds metal. I mean, fake vents. I wish that these were real. I mean, they could have just hollowed it out, but they don't really go anywhere, so I guess it's just for style. You get a nice rock freaking skid plate under there, or a bash bar, whatever you would call that. Pre-mounted tow hooks too, so if you gotta hook a winch up, you could probably do that if you needed to tow someone out. You do have parking sensors up here too, which, I mean, if you're off-roading this, I feel like that's kind of detrimental. If you knock one of those out, it's going to be a very expensive fix, but you get them, so I guess if you're about to hit a rock, you'll know. Now, this truck also, it is not the LT1 like in the Camaro and the Corvettes. It is the L87, the truck variant of the LT1. And it makes around 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. Pretty healthy numbers, nothing to scoff at or anything. I do wish they kind of adapted the LT1, because the L87's been having some issues. So, I mean, it's a good engine when it works, but they have been having some recalls on them. So I'm not a huge fan of that. But moving on to the tires, I don't know what size these are. 275 width, only 18-inch wheels, but you can see these are some beefy tires on this bad boy. Not as big as the Raptor, though. The Raptor has like 30-something, 35-inch tires, something crazy like that. I can tell you right now, these are not Raptor wheels, and they're definitely not as thick as a Raptor wheel either, or tire, you can tell. Raptor definitely beats it out in the tire department, but these are still perfectly competent. I mean, you can get over some stuff. They're almost kind of deceptive though. They look thicker than they are from over here. So that's another thing with this truck opposed to the Raptor. So if you've been around a Raptor, you know it usually has those 3 amber lights in the front grille. Chevy kind of wanted to give you the illusion that this was wide enough to have those, so they give you these 2 LEDs. But yeah, you can see they're not even amber or anything. They don't need to put those there. They just like to give you the illusion. Because this thing, I don't remember the exact specs, but if your truck's a certain width, you have to legally put those 3 amber lights. This thing is not wide enough to get that, which is another reason. I don't know why. Just put a wide body on it. They were scared to compete with the Raptor. So they wanted to kind of get there, but they didn't quite. And I think it's a shame because this thing had a lot of potential. And I think there is much more they could have done to it very easily. But let's move on. I think these are aftermarket. I'm pretty sure we put these on. On the normal Bison, you get like a rock rail here. It's not really a running board. This one's pretty beefy though, so I think we did add this. It doesn't look like it's factory. And the other one we had did not have that. Same wheels back here. You can see you got your AEV Bison badge in there. You got a nice Bison graphic back here. Still rugged materials back here. This feels like it's metal. You got some more tow hooks back here too. And nice black Bison badge there too. I don't really know what AEV stands for. Bison badge there too. Nothing crazy on this side either. Same things. And you do get a split tailgate, so you can put this one down if you just want to load stuff in here. Push it back up. I wish this part was power operated. It's a little bit heavy. Your tailgate is powered down, but not power back up. However, there is a cool feature. I don't like it as much as in this one. So you get some cool storage in here if you need it. And if you push that button again, that comes down. And you can press this, pull that out. If you grab this handle here, that locks in place. And now you can just step right on in. So if I grab this, I'm a short guy, pull myself up, and we're in the bed of our truck. Not as intuitive as Ford's way of doing it. Ford just has that thing, the handle that pulls out. It's a little bit better than this one, but it still makes it easier to get into your truck. Nothing fun and nothing crazy back here. Just some floodlights. We got tow strap hookups and a nice household outlet, so I guess that's cool. I can grab this to get back down because I am a shorter guy, so it helps out. Boop. When you're done with it, you just pull this little lever right here. It folds back down, clicks right into its cubby. You almost kind of have to just push it all up like this and then fold this piece down and then click it back into place. A little bit heavy, a little bit rough, nothing crazy, but it's not too bad. It ain't too bad, guys. I'm exaggerating. If you guys want to see the easy fuel again, there it is. Premium, recommended again. Just like the Corvette, I don't recommend putting not premium in it, but you can if you want to. Back here, there's also nothing crazy. It is nice leather back here at least, and you do get heated rear seats. I will say there's more amenities back here than in the CT5V Blackwing somehow, so that's nice. You can fold this down. You got some cup holders. Put that back up. I actually didn't know about that. You can, I guess there's storage back here. That's cool. You can probably fold these seats down somehow and get to this storage back here, but I don't know how to do that, and I don't really feel like doing it right now, so we're gonna move on. I will say the interiors in these Silverados are actually pretty nice to spend time in. You have your Bison logo stitched into your headrest. Some nice green accent stitching, which I think is a pretty cool touch. You can see it's all throughout the interior too. You do get memory seats in here. That's pretty awesome. You get your trailer controls, headlight controls. This is your heads-up display controls here too. If we hop in here, you do get paddle shifters, which I like. You don't get that in the normal Silverado as far as I'm aware. But it's a pretty loaded vehicle still. You get heated, cooled seats, nice climate controls, easy to use. You get charging. I do like this screen a lot. It's similar to the one in Cadillac as far as what's in it, but it's just a nice, more rugged design overall, which I kind of like. You can drop your tailgate from here. You have your traction control off, hill descent control, so that's kind of cruise control if you're going down a hill. You can lock the rear diff and the both front and rear if you want to, if you're doing some pretty crazy stuff. And then, of course, lane keep assist, audio controls, nothing crazy in here. Heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise control, all pretty standard stuff. Nothing to write home about, but it is a very competent interior, and honestly, it's pretty nice as far as the truck goes. Storage in here, so you can take this out for more if you need that. There's chargers in there. That goes back like that. Chargers, wireless charger. That's really about it. Competent cup holders. You don't gotta do some weird screen crap for your glove box. It just opens with a little lever, which I like. Bose audio system. Sounds pretty bumpin'. This does have the rear view camera. Once I turn the car on, you can see that a little better. Garage door openers up here. Sunroof, sunshade, all that good stuff. It is, at the end of the day, pretty much just a fully loaded truck that can do a little bit more off-road. There we go. Oh, that's a heavy hood. You can see it's a pretty, I mean, it's just a truck engine at the end of the day. It's the exact same engine, same output as in the Escalade. It's just in the Bison instead. I mean, it's pretty loud, especially for a stock exhaust. Sounds pretty good. It is a pretty competent screen. There's enough customization, but it's, again, nothing crazy. Center screen over here. Again, it's a lot of the same stuff as Cadillac. Cadillac just makes it look a little bit different, but you can do pretty much all the same stuff. There's nothing crazy going on in here. Just a basic infotainment system, but it's responsive, it works good, and there's plenty to do in it. So I can't complain, people. But yeah, guys, that's my quick review on the 2024 Chevy Silverado ZR2 Bison Edition. It's a pretty cool truck, it is, but I don't know. I feel like the Raptor's still a better option because it's not that much less or that much more for a used Raptor. And if you can get over the V6 sound, it is the better truck all around. For me, because I wish they would have just went all out. I wish Chevy just went all out and competed with the Raptor, but this is the closest thing we got, probably the closest thing we ever will get, and, you know, it's a competent truck overall. Hey, let me know in the comments, guys, if you should take this or a Raptor, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.